Contrary to the popular belief, professional real estate investors don't make money when they sell, but when they buy. Actually, most of them typically buy cheap when everyone else is selling, and then sell at high prices when everyone else is buying. In this video, I'm gonna teach you how the real estate cycle works, so you know exactly when to sell your portfolio of rental homes and then enter into the large scale industrial real estate market. So stay tuned to find out. Okay, so let's take a look of how the real estate cycle works. As its name means, real estate cycle repeats itself. It's a cycle that repeats every 6 to 10 years. Sometimes it takes more, but usually I haven't seen or heard about a real estate cycle that lasts less than 6 years. Okay, and it has 4 phases. The first phase is the recovery phase. Okay, we come from the recession, from the last stage. Okay, so here we have a lot of inventory because before the developers, they built a lot of houses or a lot of properties, and then we have here a lot of inventory. People don't buy anymore, and then we have high rates right now. Why? Because when the developers start developing new buildings, then they create inflation. Okay, so the Federal Reserve rise the rates. Okay, so now we have high rates, but now since the economy is down, the Federal Reserve start to think in raising the rates, okay, to move the economy again. So we move to the second phase, the expansion. Here in the expansion, some people start buying the houses that are in the inventory or the properties, and then some developers start developing again. And the Federal Reserve incentives this, lowering the rates. Okay, somewhere in this line, they start lowering the rates again. Okay, so that brings the trust again, and developers start building again. Okay, so then we rise, and now we have an oversupply. We are at the top because we create so much trust. People start expanding more, and then we have the high inflation now because prices rise. Okay, in this way, the vacancies dropped and the rents go up. Also the prices of the houses. Okay, so we pass to the phase 3. It's an oversupply. Now we have a lot of inventory because we have lower rates, the lowest rates, and then we have a lot of inventory, and the people start realizing the prices are too high, so they stop buying. Okay, they stop buying, and then the Federal Reserve knows this, and then notes the inflation is high, and they start dropping the rates. So here in the oversupply, the vacancies in the commercial properties start to go up. We have more vacancies, and we can see the rents dropping. Okay, in residential, we can see the prices dropping also, and the time to sell a home and the months of inventory start to rise. Okay, so it's harder to sell a house here, and also to rent a house or another property. Okay, so the Federal Reserve start here to rise the rates to control inflation. Okay, so that makes people spend less, and builders or developers build less. Okay, so we start to drop, and then we go to the last phase of this cycle, which is the recession. Okay, now we are at the tip again. Okay, because Federal Reserve rises the rates, and now we have very large rates, very high rates, and we have a lot of inventory also. A lot of inventory, So the cycle continues again. We go to recovery again. Okay, so what I have to say of this cycle, it's not of properties at the same time in the same place. Some types of properties are more resilient than others. So when one is at the top, when for example luxury multifamily it's at the top, industrial it's like this in this place. Okay, so it comes after. So in the next whiteboard I'm gonna show you how these properties behave and in what stage we are right now and what you should have to do with your real estate portfolio. Okay, so where are we right now in February 2026 on the real estate cycle and what we should have to do with your investment portfolio? Let's take a look at this. So right now I think we are just in the middle of oversupply and recession. But let me tell you something. As I mentioned before, not all properties behave the same way. Okay, first properties to fall are hospitality. Okay, because these are short-term rentals. Okay, these are the most visible to fall. Then we have retail, because once the consumer starts to tight their pockets, they spend less. Okay, usually in shopping centers and things like that, maybe supermarkets and other kind of retail, essential retail, they are more strong. But usually like shopping malls or neighborhoods shopping centers, they fall before. Okay, then we have the luxury housing, because once the companies see that the consumers stopped spending, the first thing is they lay off people. Okay, so if people is living in a luxury apartment, they go to the market housing, to cheaper rents. They go rent to cheaper homes, or maybe from market housing to affordable housing with the help of the government. But usually luxury housing comes after retail. So after that, because these people from luxury housing pass from luxury to market housing, they are now here. Okay, but the strongest types of properties, it's industrial. Why? Because usually industrial tenants are big companies. Speaking about the big spaces, big industrial spaces, these are companies that are listed on the stock exchange. They don't, if the economy goes, if the cycle lasts 6 to 10 years, that means this cycle may last 5 years. Okay, the middle of the cycle lasts 5 years. If the entire cycle it's 10 years. Okay, but these large companies, big companies, they have leases for at least 5 years or more. Okay, and they have deep pockets. They have reserves to pay rents for that amount of for that long. Okay, so that's why industrial is so strong, so resilient, and they can hold the entire cycle even if the sales are not as good as at the top of the cycle, but they can hold to pay the rent. They can keep paying the rent. Okay, so that's why industrial is the most strongest one. Okay, so what you should do with your investment portfolio in the cycle. Okay, so right now we are here. Okay, that's what I think. So what you should do right now, you know, everyone knows at the dip you have to buy, because these are where the cheapest prices are. Okay, but you will be buying like cash flowing properties. But here, if you plan to develop in the near future, you can start buying land here. You can even start buying assets, properties, cash flowing properties here. Okay, it's not the best time, okay? But here maybe the interest rates will be too high. So if you prefer, you can start buying like here, from here, okay? So this is like a perfect time to buy, at least for industrial, okay? And you may already buy all other kinds of properties, but just keep it in mind. You want to buy at the dip, but the interest rates here usually are higher, okay? But you can start buying here, okay? So also you can refinance if you don't want to sell. Maybe here at the top you can have good interest rates, okay? So you can refinance instead of selling if you don't want to sell, because you may have you want to have cash to buy here, okay? So you either sell or you can refinance here in the oversupply phase, okay? So also you can refinance here also, because after you have the highest rates, the government starts to rise the rates. So here you may have some good rates, not as good maybe, but you can have the same thing as here. Here they start to rise the rates, here they start to drop the rates, okay? So you can refinance in both sides of the curve, okay? Where to develop? You can develop here at the middle of the recovery phase and the expansion phase, okay? Because you will last, at least in commercial, maybe 1 year, but most probably 2 years, okay? So when you complete the development, you can sell here at the top. You have time, okay? You can of course develop from here, but you will have higher rates for the construction, okay? So here at the middle you will get better rates for the construction, okay? And then you can sell at top. If you develop here, you will have to hold more time. Maybe you will develop and maybe you will hold 2 years more, and then you can sell at the top, okay? So that's what you should be doing right now. You should be buying land or buying assets here, and I prefer to do it in industrial, because right now industrial it's at the middle, it's not like at the bottom. Maybe you miss like 1 or 2 years ago the top, but you are still at good time to refinance, okay? In this video I show you how the real estate cycle works and how you can sell high and buy cheap. So what strategy are you planning to do right now? You want to buy, you want to sell, you maybe want to refinance, and with which kind of properties? Multifamily, industrial, retail? I would like to know. Write your opinion in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. I guess you like it because you are still here. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. It helps me a lot. And if you want to keep watching videos like this, hit the subscribe button. That way you will get notified every time I upload a new video. If you want to start investing in commercial real estate, but maybe you don't have the time or the money to start with, you can join my exclusive investor club. My investors start investing from $20,000 US, and the best part of it is totally stress-free. I manage everything. I travel all around the US. My work is to find the best commercial real estate deals all over the US for you and my investors, so my investors will not deal with rents and tenants. So if you want to join my exclusive investor club, click on the link on the description and you will get notified every time I have a new deal for you. Thank you for watching the full video. I see you on the next one. But first, I will leave you with 2 more videos here.